Welcome to the evaluation stream slash podcast slash YouTube video for the Descent of Dragons, Hearthstone, Arena, Lightforge, Arena tier list. We are now in Priest, which means we have made it halfway through the classes. From now on, each class has 3 fewer cards in the arena because they are invoke cards that have to deal with Galakron, which is a legendary. And if you know what I'm talking about, great. And if you don't, wonderful, you don't have to know any of that. Not in the arena.
As long as you're playing arena. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Playing arena.
Anyways,
good. That means we're going to get through these super fast, right?
Yeah. Here's something that I want to point out, and that is that historically, because we've been in
we're
bucket
not
zone,
get through this super fast.
historically, because we've been in bucket zone for so long, no one's really thought about this. But historically, if they ever remove a card from the arena, the offering rates fill the card spot from the same set of the same rarity in the same class. So that means if you have 3 rare cards in a set, and for some reason, like 3 rare priest cards in a set, and for some reason Blizzard removes 2 of them from the arena, rather than having those like offering rates be evenly distributed among all rare cards, or even all rare cards in the set, it is only distributed among the remaining rare priest cards. So that means that card will have triple the offering rate you think it will have. Now, fortunately, that's not the case with any of these removed cards. All the Galakron cards are 1 common, 1 rare, 1 epic. So that means that, assuming this still holds true, because from what we can see, they just took away the buckets and went back to the old system, it means all of the cards from all the classes from here on out, that's Priest, Rogue, Shaman, Warlock, Warrior, are all going to have 1.5 time offering rates, and the epic cards are going to have double offering rates as they're compared to the other classes. And remember, these are all class cards, which already have double offering rates, and they're all cards from the newest set, which has another doubling effect. So
cool. Okay.
These are going to be seen a lot. A lot.
Good explanation.
All right.
Talk about the card, please.
Let's talk about the cards. So first, we're going to talk about Priest. I'll just put it out there. Priest has really good cards in this set, and they're really good, and they're dragon related, and some are like not dragon related, but they're all really good, and they're all going to appear more often, like we just talked about. So the first one is the second best non-legendary card in this set, and it's one that's going to have more of an impact than the best one, because the best one is a hunter card draw card, like Primordial Explorer. So, yeah, it's really good, but who knows what kind of impact that'll have. This one is a Priest Dragon board clear.
We've never seen those before.
5 mana, 4/5. Chrono Breaker. Death Rattle. If you're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage to all enemy minions. Not all minions, all enemy minions. And it itself is a dragon.
So, look, it's not as insane as it would be if it were Battlecry. And that's the thing I hear from a lot of people. They're like, oh, well, it's not a Battlecry. It's like, no, it's not a Battlecry. But, I mean, still pretty good.
Like, what are you going to do? Like, imagine your opponent drops this. Are you going to stop playing things because you're going to get board cleared? No. You can't. Because if you start doing that, you just lose.
I also like the mind games that you can play with this thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, do they have it? Maybe they have it. Maybe they don't have it. I don't know. Who knows? What's going on? What is life? You know?
Keep in mind, a 3 damage to all enemy minions card, if it was just like a spell, is probably worth like 5 mana.
Excavated Evil.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Okay, so maybe 6 mana. I don't know. Somewhere between 5 and 6 mana then. But yeah. That's a whole crap ton of mana. So yes, it's on a death rattle. Yes, you can't always control it. But
yeah.
Still
very good.
Insanely good. 203 good.
Still very good. Yes. Okay.
All right. Keep in mind though that most of the okay, never mind. I was gonna make a point. I'm not gonna make it. It's too complicated. We're gonna move on to the next card. So Chrono Breaker is the best priest card. By the way, we were at Paladin and Mage, in which the best Descent of Dragon cards were not their best cards. But for Druid and Hunter, best Descent of Dragon cards were their best cards, and for Priest, it's the same. So Chrono Breaker is the best Priest card. Faceless Corruptor would be number 2, but that's a neutral card. That's 200 in Priest. And going up because it's a rush card, because we like by a couple points because we caught a bug. But okay, now it's next one is Grave Rune.
Ooh, all right. Grave Rune is a 4-mana common spell. Give a minion Death Rattle. Summon 2 copies of this. It's stupid. All right, it's a 193. Faceless Corruptor and Priest is a 200. So this is basically a Faceless Corruptor. Yeah, only as good as like one of the most game-breaking neutrals. Look, Grave Rune, if you put it on a 2-drop, like a 3/2, you're getting what you should get. If you put it on anything higher than a 3/2, which is basically every minion, you get really, like, you know, that's really good. So that's basically it. Like, it's just really freaking good. If you have any sort of board at all, it's really good. Like, if this were 5 mana, you'd be like, oh, okay, you know, there's sort of at least some sort of cost benefit analysis. If this were 6 mana, then you're actually being like, oh, okay, I have to think about it a little bit. Or like, it's not super value every single time. Plus, it's later on, you might have a board. At 4 mana, it's just really stupid. Like, you can, even if you just quote unquote hit it on a 3-drop, just getting double 3-drops for 4 mana, that's pretty good. I don't know if you guys know this math, but getting 2 3-drops typically costs 6 mana. Ooh, stay with me, guys. So this is incredibly good, super duper premium, and you want to clear board with Priest, as you always do, but you don't always get the option, and the Priests do Priest things. So that's it.
Yup. This is insane. 193, by the way. It's better than a Holy Nova. It's better than every Priest card. So Holy Nova is our best Priest card in the meta right now at 182. This is 193. Just to give you an idea of what 193 looks like, Paladin has 1 card over 193. It's True Silver at 195. Mage has 1. It's Flamestrike at 202. Hunter has Primordial Explorer at 205, but none of the old cards. And Druid just doesn't have a card that's over a 193. That's how good this card is. Like, I know it's the second best card in Descent of Dragons for Priest, but it's broken. Just because there's another broken card doesn't mean this one is not almost just as broken.
Here's the thing. People, something that you hear is like, oh, when everything's broken, nothing's broken. No. It just means everything's broken. Like, let's not. And this is the arena in which there will be some non-broken things.
A lot of non-broken things in your deck.
Such that the broken things will always be broken.
Yep.
That's sort of how it is. So no, that's not exactly how.
And remember, 1.5 times the offering rate of other stuff times 2 compared to other non-Descent of Dragons cards. So that's 3x. So for every Flamestrike a mage gets, a priest will get 3 Grave Runes. Just telling you the math.
Yuck. All right, next card.
Next card.
3 mana rare spell, Breath of the Infinite. Deal 2 damage to all minions. Wow, that's so good. It ends there, right? You're wrong. If you're holding a dragon, only damage enemies. So Volcanic Potion was pretty good. This is at minimum a Volcanic Potion. And if you're holding a dragon, well, it's better than that. So yeah, it's a 173. It's good.
It's like a Twin Tyrant. It's not quite as good as a Holy Nova. So I get that Holy Nova takes more mana and is more weird to set up, and you may be thinking, oh, Breath of the Infinite sounds way better than that. But your ability to control whether it's like double-sided or single-sided is actually kind of important, and being forced to hold a dragon when you're doing that is kind of a big downside. And a Volcanic Potion would only be like a 130 or 140 or something. So only a 130 or 140. I know we're in this like 170 zone so frequently now that it doesn't seem special. But it's special, guys. The 170 zone is a no-go zone. Like, you can't see this right now, But if you look at, like, in Priest, if I drew a line at 148 and counted the cards above so screw that. I'm going to draw a card at 150. I'm going to count all the cards over 150, okay, in the tier list scores. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 cards. Of these 8 cards, 7 of them are from Descent of Dragons.
Nice.
One of them is Holy Nova.
Nice.
That is how ridiculous this set is for Priest. I could do the same exercise in the other classes we covered. It's not going to look as bad, but like Hunters, the Hunters' top 5 cards are all Descent of Dragons cards.
Hunter's disgusting, yeah.
Yeah. Mages, 5 of the top 7 are Descent of Dragons cards. Druids, 5 of the top 6. Sorry, 5 of the top 5. That's a broken card. 5 of the top 5 cards, just like Hunter, are Descent of Dragons. Like, this is where we're at right now. Like, I know we haven't been like hammering this point home every single class, but Priest is a good place to do it as any. We're not supposed to be here, and we are. And for Priest especially, offering odds are 1.5 times. So, okay. Next one is Whispers of Evil. This one is 158, which makes it 10 points higher than like a Shadow Word Death. It's like 15 points lower than the Breath of the Infinite we were talking about before. Mm-hmm. It's a 0 mana card that adds a lackey to your hand. If you remember,
so good.
If you remember, lackeys are positive tempo. They basically bank 1 tempo each lackey. If you remember, Warlock was discover a lackey for 1 mana, and that was like really good. This is 0 mana.
This isn't higher is because lackeys are still small. Like, this size holds it back a little bit, which is why it's only a 158 instead of like a 200, because you can never get anything huge from it. But
that's not true, because one draws a card and the other one now there's a new lackey that gives you a dragon.
Yeah. You know what I mean. But yes, that is true. That is fair. I will accept that.
So now, out of your 7 options, 2 of them are actually very heavily card advantage.
So yeah, this is good, guys. This is really, really good. Next one.
All right. So we have just gone over all of the Priest cards that you're going to be offered in this set, except like I think 1. And they're all up there. That means every time you get a Descent of Dragons Priest card, you're going to pick it. That means every single Priest deck in Descent of Dragons is going to look pretty much identical. That's just how it is. Remember, not a lot of cards in Priest. It's a Galakron class, and those Invoke cards are not in the arena. So the final card is rated a 116, which is still good. Still better than a Yeti. And it is an Envoy of Lazul, and it is an epic card. 2 mana, 2/2, Battlecry. Look at 3 cards. Guess which one is in your opponent's hand to get a copy of it. So we've seen this before. We had Curious Glimmerroot, which is a 3 mana, 3/3. Look at 3 cards, guess which one's in your opponent's deck, and get a copy of it. This goes one step further. So a 2 mana, 2/2 is less good than a 3 mana, 3/3, but you get to look at 3 cards, and even if you don't guess the correct one, you now know one of 2 other possible options is in your opponent's hand. Yeah. That's a lot of info.
It's info, and part of the reason this isn't like as good as the other one, sometimes you just know 100% because you saw them play that card.
Yeah.
Here, you don't really know. Like, you can have an idea, but the fact that Curious Glimmerroot, if you play it later on in the game, it's like almost 100% chance you're getting it right, because you can see what is like what they have played before. Here, it's
just the fact that you're like saying that shows what different world we exist in when we play this game.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what they played earlier in the game. Like, unless it's right on the side in that history that's still showing up, I'll scroll through that to see, but
oh my god.
Past that, like, how do you remember? They're all the same cards that get played. You face so many opponents.
They're all cards, man. Stop discriminating. Jeez. Okay. Anyways, please go on.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there is no on, because we've just gone through all the Priest cards, and they're all good, as we've stated from the beginning. So now we're at Legendaries, And for legendaries, you still get 2 legendaries. So Galakrond is not in the arena, but Galakrond is like a bonus legendary to all these classes. So these classes in Constructed actually have 3 legendaries this time around. So in arena, they still have 2. The first card is 229 points. Oh crap! I didn't even know this was 229. Sorry, we said Varanus in Hunter? That's the 7 mana 6/7 that changed the health of all enemy minions to 1. We said that was the number 1 legendary in this set. But it's actually Mind Flayer Karaj, which is 229, 1 point higher. Yeah, Mind Flayer Karaj, really, really, really good card. It's a 3 mana 3/3. Battle Cry, choose an enemy minion. Death Rattle, summon a new copy of it.
This card is so stupidly busted, and I saw the analysis from like Constructed people as well. They're just like, I don't think this gets play. It's like, where does it really fit in? And I'm just like, oh my god, WTF, man! Like, this is so stupid. At minimum, like at bare minimum, it is a much better Harvest Golem. And sometimes it's so stupid. You give up 1 stat
to have a Death Rattle that is like huge.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't understand. It's so freaking good. The tempo is insane. It's so insane. But yeah, it's probably not good enough to get played in Constructed. Because it doesn't. Well, it doesn't.
It doesn't do anything you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have to. I mean, look, maybe something will. I'm not like really good at analyzing Constructed, but it's like it doesn't really fit into one cohesive game plan, and it depends on what your opponent plays, right? So I don't know. Maybe maybe. But
on the bright side, it's a legendary, and hopefully we won't see that much of it.
Yeah. Yay.
Right,
so it's insane.
Right. So that was like the totally busted Priest Legend. The other Priest Legendary is the really busted Priest Legendary. So again, these are all better than all the other legendaries Priest have access to, including the neutrals. In case that wasn't clear, just all these cards are just better than cards you've seen before. And this one is Murozond the Infinite, which has a battle cry that I did not think was possible to exist on a card, much less an 8 mana 8/8 body. It's just like pretty normal for its cost. And it's a dragon. So the battle cry is play all cards your opponent played last turn.
That's dumb.
Just all of them. Just do it.
just do it. Oh god, this is so dumb. I think some people will question why it's so low at a 165. They're like, whoa, add 10 merps. Everything is like 180 or 190 or 200. Why isn't this higher?
Well, it's 8 mana. If you look at like the 180, 190 cards, very few of them, if any, are high mana. Because the low mana cards you can like play at times in which it has more impact. The high mana ones you're playing at a time in which your opponent has more resource to respond. You are like, like it's a little bit slow. Sometimes it doesn't even matter. If you pick this card up in your opening hand or something, it like really sucks. And no matter how good the card itself is, it's still going to be a dead card for 8 turns, and that really hurts. So, like, there's just a limit to like how good high mana cards can be because of the fact that each one of them has the characteristic that they limit your choices for each turn that they're in your hand. And you are hard-coded to not be able to play them for 8 turns.
And it's a lot of the times it's like that mirror effect isn't that great. Like what you are doing, there's a reason why. I mean, it's easy to see why something like Varanus is better than this, right? Because it's really good, and a lot of the times what you develop is a bigger tempo swing than what this is going to give, which is stupid. You look at this and you're like, whoa, I mean, Varanus is such a bigger tempo swing than this. That's the world that we're in. And it's true. Like if you look at Varanus, I think and if you imagine the board, kind of before you play Varanus, after you play Varanus versus the board before you play this, after you play this, you're just like, yeah, equalizing with my opponent. and playing 8/8, that's not as good as Varanus, obviously. So yeah, that's the world that we're at. One's a measly 165, a card that should be deleted, but not by that much.
That's
Cool. That's
Priest.
Priest.
So if
Excellent.
you're wondering how Priest is gonna play, just look at these cards with the outsized offering odds. That's a dragon. That's for a Chrono Breaker. For Grave Rune, that's any build whatsoever. For Breath of the Infinite, that's a dragon slash a more control-y thing. Same with Chrono Breaker. And for Whispers of Evil, the lackey can do whatever you don't really know. It's kind of flexible. So generally, you're going to play dragons and you're going to play control. That sounds very priesty.
It does sound very priesty. All right. That's great. So that is Priest.
God.
Next class
You
is
know
going
what?
to be.
Okay, before we get
What?
that, you know what Twilight Whelp is?
What's
In this
Twilight?
meta?
Oh my god.
It's a 133
Are you kidding me? That actually
in
makes
this
sense.
meta.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
That's-
guys, if you see a Twilight Whelp, pick it, unless it's against totally busted cards.
You know what? That actually makes sense. But that is so stupid. That is so freaking stupid. Oh my god, that makes me angry.
So yeah, you know how paladins were very frustrating and you know all that? Priest is the same. I mean, you've seen this before. Dragon Priest has existed before. This is going to be kind of similar. Mass Hysteria's back. It's the only ridiculous board clear that's back for
The most
Priest.
tilting of board
But
clears.
it is the most tilting of board clears.
It's not the most powerful, but it is the most tilting.
And it's a rare rather than an epic, which some of the other ones are. So you're going to see it a lot. Like, Priest is going to be pretty consistent at this control thing. Devour Mind is back for that card advantage, you know?
Oh, of course.
Obsidian Statue is back in case you need to heal up so you don't actually, like, die. Sparrowlash is a thing for not dying.
So, guys, make sure you play more Battlegrounds such that you can estimate the Mass Hysteria better.
All right. That's it for Priest, guys.
That's it for Priest. All right, I want to give a big thank you to not just the people here watching and listening, but to everyone in the Arena community for supporting this game mode that hasn't always given us back as much as the amount of love that we give it. But you know, that's the thing with unconditional love, right? It's unconditional. So thank you to the Arena community. Big heart. Hope you guys play a lot because I need people to stomp in the arena. Give me your gold. So thank you guys. See you in the next video where we go through Rogue. Bye-bye.